Hello, it is Oscars week, so I'm just gonna make this short video talking about my predictions and also review some of the nominees that I haven't already reviewed. I have seen 8 out of the 10 Best Picture nominees, have not seen The Zone of Interest or Poor Things, and I've already reviewed Barbie. Okay, so the first nominee I want to talk about is Oppenheimer, my front runner for Best Picture. It was really fantastic. Might be my favorite Nolan film. Fantastic editing that makes you engage in these conversations for 3 hours straight. Technically amazing, and I love the scope and ambition. My second favorite movie of the year, and I've already watched it again. Killers of the Flower Moon was a gripping, powerful, and gut-wrenching movie. The story is a slow burn with multiple long scenes and sequences, but it's able to be engaging throughout. Sure, maybe some scenes could have been cut out if we really dissect it, but fantastic performances all around, masterful cinematography, with probably the best lighting of 2023. Yeah, Scorsese does it again. Past Lives was a heartfelt, mature, and powerful film about how people change over time. Not the loudest or biggest movie of the year, but definitely felt very personal and genuine. The Holdovers was a heartwarming, fun little holiday movie. Sure, it has cliches and the story is something we've seen before, but it's way too charming for it to be an issue. Maestro was a well-made movie in terms of its technical aspects, and the performances weren't bad, but it feels Oscar baity, like lots of people have been saying, and it's like not the most engaging. Anatomy of a Fall was a great courtroom drama that doesn't try to dumb down the script for the audience and creates this weird story where you don't know if the main character is telling the truth or not. American Fiction was a good, funny, satirical drama that had nice commentary and great performances. I wasn't engaged with every plotline, but it was fun. Okay, it's time for the actual predictions. For actor in the leading role, I'm going with Cillian Murphy. Obviously, he was great. For actor in supporting role, I'm going with Robert Downey Jr., but I also kind of want Ryan Gosling to win, so yeah, just putting that out there, but my prediction is Robert Downey Jr. For actress in a leading role, I'm going with Lily Gladstone, but I definitely wouldn't be surprised if Emma Stone won. For actress in a supporting role, I'm going with Divine Joy Randolph. For Best Animated Feature, I'm going with Spider-Verse. It's my favorite movie of the year, but I wouldn't be too mad if The Boy and the Heron wins. For cinematography, I'm going with Oppenheimer, but it could go to Poor Things and Killers of the Flower Moon. Costume design is a hard one. It could go to Killers or Poor Things, but I'm gonna predict Barbie had some pretty great costumes. For directing, I'm going with Christopher Nolan. I hope he wins. It's gonna be his first one. I have not seen any documentaries this year, so I can't comment on those categories. For editing, I'm going with Oppenheimer again. I mean, most of the technical categories, I'm going to predict Oppenheimer. For international film, I'm going with The Zone of Interest because it's the only one here that's nominated for Best Picture. For Best Makeup and Hairstyling, I'm going with Poor Things. From what I've seen, the makeup looks pretty great in that movie. For Best Original Score, I'm going with Oppenheimer again. But I wouldn't be surprised if Poor Things won. Best Original Song, I guess I'll go with I'm Just Ken. It's definitely the most memorable one out of these. Best Production Design is probably one of the hardest ones. It's between Barbie, Killers of the Flower Moon, and Poor Things. I'm going with Barbie right now. The production designs were fantastic in that movie, but I would not be surprised if Killers or Poor Things won. Animated short film, I've not seen any, but live action short film, I'm going with Wes Anderson's The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar. It's about time he won an Oscar. Best sound goes to Oppenheimer, but I have heard that The Zone of Interest had great sound design. For best visual effects, I'm going with Godzilla Minus One. The CGI in that movie was pretty fantastic. Adapted screenplay, I'm going with Oppenheimer. It had a pretty great screenplay, but it's a tough category. I wouldn't be surprised if something else wins. Original screenplay though, this one is hard. It's between Past Lives, Holdovers, and Anatomy of a Fall for me. I have heard that May December was great, but I have not seen it yet. But all three movies I've said deserve recognition for their scripts. They had great writing. I would be happy if any of them won. I guess if I had to go for my gut and just if I was forced to choose one, I would go with Past Lives. But again, Holdovers and Anatomy of a Fall have just as good of a chance of winning that. Anyways, for Best Picture, I'm going with Oppenheimer. It, not much surprise there. All right, now looking back at this, I probably predicted too much Oppenheimer. It's obviously going to be a front runner already. I don't know if it's going to win every single one that I predicted, and I do hope that the Oscar does recognize other movies. But yeah, Oppenheimer is walking away with the most awards. So yeah, that was just my predictions and some of my reviews for the Best Picture nominees. I just want to put this out here, and yeah, I guess we'll see what happens at the Oscars this Sunday.